Hey, Pretty Girl Club. Have you ever noticed how light skinned women get shamed if they have darker body parts? So, darker knees, darker elbows, darker knuckles. Maybe you have hyperpigmentation around your mouth area or acne spots on your face. Have you ever noticed how people will make fun of you if you're light skinned, or they will say you look like someone who bleached their skin? You know, those people who they use these different skin bleachers and then it causes all of these whelps on their skin. I've noticed that people have no problem making fun of a light skinned person who has dark marks, but they don't keep the same energy for a dark skinned person. Do you remember when Lotto made fun of her darker friend and said that her lady parts looked like roast beef? And then people were saying that that's colorist, right? So when a light skinned woman makes fun of a dark skinned woman having a darker body part, then it's colorism. But if people make fun of a light skinned woman having a darker body part, it's okay. And have you ever noticed how when light skinned people, they get made fun of for having dark knees and dark elbows, and so that light skinned person, they may do something to even out their skin tone, like maybe they use vitamin C, maybe they use products that kind of like help even out the skin tone. I think of women like Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, or whatever. They get microdermabrasion or chemical peeling, and then people turn around and say, oh, well, she got bleaching, or she's a bleacher. And then they shame the person saying that they're a bleacher. So it's like, well, which one is it? If you have dark elbows and knees and you're dark around the mouth area, and then you even it out, yes, technically you have bleached the dark part of your skin. But why is it that only darker skinned people can do whatever they want with their skin? I've seen viral videos of people putting turmeric on their skin, people putting baking soda on their skin and lemons and all types of things to get rid of hyperpigmentation. But as soon as a light skinned person has no hyperpigmentation and their whole body is just covered in that super light skin tone, then suddenly people have a problem and they want to shame you. They want to say you hate yourself. But then at the same time, if you keep the hyperpigmentation, then people make fun of the dark elbows and knees that you have. Or they make fun of you and say that you have dry skin or that you need lotion. I remember when I was in elementary school, when I was around all black students, they would make fun of me and say that I was like ashy. Like basically, I looked ashy because my knees, I would sometimes scrape them and then they would have dark marks. And so I remember I went home and then I put on a whole bunch of like cocoa butter and oils and stuff on my legs. And I went to school the next day because I was like, you cannot say I'm ashy. And then I got made fun of for my skin being shiny and greasy. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I've noticed that it's only okay to comment on someone's body if they are pretty, if they are of a lighter complexion, or if they have some sort of pretty privilege over you. Then people will bring up your flaws in an attempt to humble you and put you on the same level as them. They'll be like, oh, she's light skinned, but her hair is nappy though. Like, I remember one time, I'm not kidding, I was literally in church and my hair was straightened and like it was long, of course. And there was this one girl who was sitting behind me and she was like being a hater and she was African American. And I remember hearing the girls whispering behind me. I was like in high school. They were like, is that her real hair? Like, there's no way her natural hair can be that long. Like, it has to be fake. And then one of the girls put her hand in the back of my head and like rubbed up against it to see if there were any tracks in it. And then she was like, oh, it's real. The roots are nappy though. And isn't it funny how I got told my hair is nappy, meanwhile I have loose curls and a type 3 hair texture? But if I were to ever fix my mouth to say to a dark-skinned black woman with 4C hair that her hair is nappy, and if I were to ever put my fingers in a black woman's hair and comment on how nappy it was, those are literally fighting words. But I've noticed that people have no problem commenting on your body if you kind of meet their beauty standard or if you have pretty privilege. People will call out, oh, she has dark knees. Oh, never trust a light skin with dark knees. Never trust a light skinned person with dark knuckles. And people will make all of these comments about your skin tone flaws when you're light skinned. But if I were to ever fix my mouth to make comments about someone's skin tone flaws and they have a dark skin tone, I would be called all kinds of colorist. But what do you ladies think? Have you ever had someone call out your hyperpigmentation or if you have a dark spot? Another thing that I've noticed is when you're light skinned and you get a tan, people love to call out, oh my God, you got so dark. But if I were to ever say that about somebody dark skinned who gets out of the sun and they are darker, I would never say, oh my God, you got so dark. If I ever said that, I would be called a colorist. What do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.